All right. All right. And Kate's got me on timing. You know, the timing situation, we'll have 10 minutes and we'll get a warning. If we're not on a flow somewhere, I will ask you if you have any questions or anybody else that you want to reach out to you. And then we'll have a warning at 2 minutes. And then, you know, we know to kind of wrap it up. And then at the end, we'll get a disconnect and I might or might not listen. At that point, as we know, sometimes I ignore that one for a minute. But anyway, so we have 15 minutes to talk with your loved ones. How are you feeling since our last mediumship?
Good. I feel like I have gotten so much closure.
So
peace. Yeah, no, I was just telling my fiance, I was like, are you going to leave me alone tonight? Because last time he didn't.
Right.
And I was like, so like, he's kind of skeptical about it and everything. And I was like, so in 5 years of therapy, in like 15 minutes, I got more closure than I did in 5 years of therapy. So I was like, I need this.
It's working. Well, that makes me so happy. I'm glad that that worked out well for you. And I'm sure he'll come around the more he hears things, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's get started.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a couple cleansing breaths and you're welcome to join. We'll take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Let's do it again. Okay. So immediately I'm seeing someone on a lake. I'm seeing a boat. It looks like kind of, I guess they're called like paddle boats or like a bass boat. That's what they're called, like a bass boat. It's not like a major boat. It's one of those like old school metal things with a little motor on the back. But the person's actually rowing in it. And this is a male energy that's coming through. You're smiling. Are you having an idea of who this is? Okay.
Keep going though, because I think, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
He says, you know who it is, just tell her.
I think it's my grandpa.
You gonna tell me anything else?
Is it my grandpa?
He said bingo. Yep.
Oh my God.
It's grandpa. Okay, so did he have dog tags?
He served, yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you did that, he was like, that's just like my dog tags. That's what I would do. He would do dog tags. So yeah. Yep, grandpa's coming through. Oh, he says he's really proud of the transformation. He says, I always knew you were going to come out of that cocoon and be a butterfly. And he's really, really proud of the transformation.
Oh,
wow. He's so fond of you.
Yeah. The feeling that I got from him always, and like the way that he treated me and everything, was like I could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Like ever. Even when I like
couldn't. He literally said you couldn't. I literally said that.
So when I moved out of my parents' house, the guy that I'm with now, my fiance, was the person that came and picked me up. And my grandparents lived like right down the road from us. And my dad had called my grandpa, and my grandpa like tried to stop us, and like he tried to run us off the road and like brake check us and everything. Like he was adamant at stopping us. But like even then, like it was a few years after that he ended up getting dementia. And I had gone to visit him because on and off relationship with my parents, I had gone to visit him, and he had like snapped out of it. And he's like, was just talking to me like it was any other day.
Saying I knew who she was. I'm like, but you had dementia? He's like, but I knew who she was. He said, yeah, the one constant. I always knew who she was.
Yeah. Aww. I have his picture hanging up by my mom. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. He likes it. What is it about blue flowers?
Blue flowers.
Blue flowers. Show me blue flowers, like violets or something, or maybe hydrangeas, like, you know, like that light blue.
Yeah, I don't know. He had so at my grandparents' house, he had his own bathroom, and it was the purple bathroom. and it had like
Oh,
shades of purple and blue. I don't know if that
so yeah, the color of the bathroom. Okay. That
all
makes
the random
sense.
things. So
That makes sense. I was like, why are you showing me this? You know, what am I looking at?
the kids were never allowed in his bathroom. Like that was like his space. Like I never, to this day, I still don't understand that. Like
He's like, because I like things the way I like them, and you wouldn't put them back.
truth.
I like things the way I like them. Yeah, he says everything has a place and it belongs in its home. And
Yes.
and you didn't want to do that. So
No.
it's better off for everyone if we just have this sanctuary.
Yes,
That's
I'm 34 and still don't do that. So
no, neither. It's a problem. I'll do really good, like putting the keys on the thing by the door for like 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden, like, where are all the keys?
right. I
idea.
legit lost, I have 2 sets of car keys. I legit lost a set of my car keys for like a year and thought that my daughter just like threw them out. And I was just cleaning out like a really old diaper bag that I hadn't used in forever and just found them like 2 weeks ago and was like, oh.
That's
So
so funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's how things work in my house.
so he's saying he hides a lot of things from you, and he's actually taking credit for that. And so, like, over the last couple of weeks, you've been feeling his energy and thinking more about him and manifesting that he would come through. And so he's saying, like, all of that was underlying. And it was because I wanted to come through and tell you how proud I was of you. And so he did that purposefully, and he set that emotion in your heart purposefully so that you would be here today. That's so
That's tricky.
beautiful. But yeah,
Aw.
he says he hides things from you a lot. So so if you lose something, you might just ask,
Right.
like, hey Pops, where's it at? You know?
Right. That's funny.
He might
All
just
right.
because he does hide things from you a lot. He thinks it's funny. He really enjoys it. And like there's certain things he says he moves around the car. So like if you had something where you thought it was in this door compartment and then all of a sudden it was in that door compartment, that's him. So he says he does this to you all the time, and he thinks it's hilarious because you get frustrated, but then you're just like, whatever. And so
There's a mess, so I probably wouldn't even notice right now, to be honest. So,
oh, yeah, put it in its home. Somebody said I put it in its home. That's what Grandpa would say.
right. He's putting everything back where it goes. No, he was very, very particular about like how he kept his car and like his things. Like he had like his chair, and next to his chair he had like his part of the table and like where his things were
Talking
at and
about
everything. Like
magazines. Did he have something specific with the magazines there?
his yeah, he had a magazine stand like next to his chair, but like he would collect National Geographics and like he had
My
stacks of
grandpa
them.
did that too.
Yeah. So Grandpa, I'm sorry that I tore pages out of your National Geographic like years ago, but I really liked them. I still have a lot of those pages, by the way.
Oh my goodness. He's like, hey, you put them to good use. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Yeah, that's memory for me too. I remember that my grandparents having those, and I hadn't thought about that until you just mentioned it. It was like, oh, I remember the stacks of magazines.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what he was showing me, and I was like, that's interesting. Yeah, stacks of magazines. Okay, so do you have any questions you want to ask him, or anybody else you're hoping that would come through?
I mean, he seems to be at peace with his tricky self.
Yeah.
So
He's saying something about oranges. He says, ask her about the oranges.
the oranges.
Is this a childhood thing? Is this is this a recent thing? Did something crazy happen with oranges lately? He's like, ask her about the oranges. She needs to know, about the oranges.
I don't know.
Don't know about the oranges. Okay, is this another color thing? Or are you trying to tell me something else? Did you ever go pick oranges when you were a kid?
No, we used to pick berries.
Picking berries. Okay. Because he's showing me picking things. So maybe I just got the color wrong there, but I know he said oranges. He said, ask about the oranges. Did you guys used to make orange juice with it? Straight from the oranges?
My grandma used to juice carrots.
Ah,
That's the only orange thing. Like
and
I
orange. Okay. All
I
right,
hate
Grandpa.
cooked carrots. And that was one of the only ways that she could get me to eat carrots was juicing them and mixing them with like apples and stuff.
That's funny. That's funny. And so maybe that was the orange drink. Maybe that's what that is. The orange drink is the juicing. Okay. All right, Grandpa. So what else do you want to tell her? He's talking about braids now. Do you wear your hair in braids a lot?
Yes, all
Yeah.
of the time. Yep.
Is your hair in a braid now? I can't see your hair. Is it in
No.
a braid now? No, it's in a pony.
No, it's in the mom do now. It's always in a ponytail now. But no, when I was little, both my mom and my grandma used to braid my hair all the time.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah.
saying he always loved it whenever she would do that. And he always thought it just made you look so cute. He said like Pippi long stockings. I can't say it. Pippi long stockings. Is
Pippi
that
long stocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Oh,
do
that's so cute.
the French braid pigtail
Yeah.
style and everything. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I rocked the big giant bow too from my grandma.
Did
Like,
you?
yep.
Oh, okay. So he's mentioning, like, do you have some of grandma's costume jewelry?
I have a piece. Yeah.
Is it a necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's really happy that you have that. She's really, really happy that you have that.
Wait, grandma's coming through now?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She just came through. And she says, I'm really happy that you have that because I feel like it still honors our connection. You guys kind of had a rocky connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says it still means a lot to her that you keep that small piece of her because she feels like she never really got to connect with you in the way that she should have or would have wanted to. And she's sorry for that. She says, I was a very hard person. My heart was very hard.
I think she's harder on herself than she was on us.
Mm.
I mean, I always felt like I had a really good relationship with her growing up, and it wasn't really until I moved out that it was just things, we became really distant.
Yeah.
So, but again, I think that a lot of that was because of dad. So, and the relationship there, like he seemed to control the family in a sense. So I don't blame her for our relationship or lack of it.
She says, thank you for that. She said, I always loved you. I always did. So I hope you never, ever questioned that. Even though things got rocky, I hope you never questioned my love for you.
No, never for a second.
That's so special. Okay, so I don't know how long that's been up there because I was talking, but so are you telling me we have 5 minutes left? Okay, we have 5 minutes remaining. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we have 5 minutes remaining. Do you have any questions?
I mean, not for grandma or grandpa. I mean, I feel like they're both at peace. And I mean, aside from grandpa playing jokes on me and stuff, which seems
I'm gonna keep doing that, so you better get used to it.
right. No, I mean, it's been a thing now for a while, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of questions for mom and dad, and I
Okay.
don't know if they're gonna come through. So, and they're gonna be kind of rapid fire.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like, okay, so mom, does she come through in butterflies?
Yes.
I knew it. Okay. What does dad come through as?
Birds.
Birds? Like any birds or specific?
He said, I come through multiple birds. He said, when you see one and it turns and it looks straight towards you, that's me.
Okay. Just had that happen today, so that's a little crazy. Does grandpa come through as turkeys?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. The day of his funeral, there were turkeys crossing the road. We had to stop. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome. That
Is
was so
grandma
fun, and you've known that since then.
Yeah. I just
Aw.
needed confirmation. So we were walking around the lake and we saw wild turkeys. And then many years later he passed away and there were the turkeys crossing the road.
Aw.
The yellow thing that my mom was talking about,
Yes.
was it, so my ringtone for her or for me and her phone was "You Are My Sunshine." Was that it? Or was it about the bus that we just bought?
She says it was about the bus.
About the bus. What are her feelings about the bus?
She said, I'm intrigued.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
intrigued.
All right. Dad's feelings?
Dad's laughing.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're going on an adventure.
Dad's laughing. He's like, oh yeah, a big adventure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. So, okay. Is Dad spirit guide?
He says not yet.
Okay.
He's working on some things.
Okay. Understandable. Is Mama guardian?
Yes.
Okay. I figured like a protector.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Okay.
just feel that in the left side of your heart? That roll up the left side of your heart? That was your confirmation of that.
It's warm. Like I feel warmth.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I'm getting better at this. Is grandma salty that I keep referring to her as salty grandma since she's salty she passed?
She said, what did you expect?
Okay. So I told a couple of my coworkers, and anytime I bring up my grandma, my coworker goes, "Salty grandma," and I go, "Yes, salty grandma."
Like,
And
I
we
hate it. I hate it.
Oh, I'll stop doing it.
She's laughing about it, but I mean, she's not like, she's like, I hate it. Like literally that response. She's like, I'm not salty. Okay, but I
right.
really am, but you know.
I'll stop poking fun. All right. Who keeps sending me the numbers?
Grandpa.
Grandpa. Okay, I see you. There's I've been getting a lot of 1010s and 1212s and 1111s, and I was just questioning things as far as my job and not feeling heard, which is a huge trigger and pet peeve for me. And then I got a couple 444. So things are happening.
Mhm.
Trying to see. Did Dad hear the letter?
Yes,
Okay. Feelings?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
I worry though. That's my thing.
Oh no, so we're gonna just claim that and keep that forever, or we're gonna heal that and release that?
I mean, it's a work in progress. Working through
It
it.
is a work in progress, but we're not going to use this as an excuse. We're going to say, I'm working on that.
Yes. I acknowledge it and I'm working on it.
There you go.
Okay, so 2 more things.
Okay.
Possibly more. Okay. I'm trying to be so quick here.
Oh,
What was the thing?
Sorry, guys, my battery. No, I'm sorry. My battery thing came up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention and the battery, I forgot to plug in the charger. So it went off up there and they're like, oh my gosh, did we get banned?
Oh.
I'm sorry. My battery warning came up and I didn't see it. We're good. We have 2 minutes left. Okay. Okay.
It's always something. It's always something during my mediumship.
Always have one crazy like thing. Always.
Okay. So 2 minutes. What broke the living room window? Dad would know.
He's saying baseball.
Baseball. Okay. That doesn't make sense. So the living room window, like we were sitting in the living room. My parents, the back of their house was like sliding glass doors essentially.
Uh-huh.
And the window just shattered.
Oh, oh. No, he says not that one. He says, I was talking about one when you were a kid. Okay. Okay, so he's really anxious about, he doesn't want to say.
Okay.
Like his energy just literally got like, he doesn't want to, he says, I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay, we won't. Okay. Because the next thing,
respecting.
My dad used to see shadow people, and that was something that I was gonna talk about too.
That's what I saw. And then when I checked with him, his energy got funky. I saw a negative energy coming and hitting the window.
Yeah. My dad had a friend, John, who passed away, I'll say, because the situation around it is weird. I don't know if he was murdered or he was actually passed away. We have speculation around it. Was that John protecting the house?
Yeah.
Who was John attached to?
Who is John attached to?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So you had brought up before that I have gifts and that I used to be able to see. So Nike shoes, and my dad can confirm this, the Nike shoes. I'd be brushing my teeth and I would see Nike shoes go down the hall. So I'm wondering if maybe John was clearing the house and that's how the window broke, or if there's more to it than that. But I think John is attached to someone, or maybe he was attached to my dad. I don't know.
I'm not seeing him attached to anything. I'm seeing him perfectly free and fine. Like he's not attached to anything. If he was in the past, he no longer is.
Okay. Last thing. What was the thing that moved the hair dryer in my room and woke me up? This wasn't recent. I was at my parents' house.
Grandma.
Grandma was still alive when this happened.
Okay, so
like I woke up and was disoriented on my bed. Like I had fully turned, like from sleeping like how you would normally sleep on a bed, and was turned sideways. Woke up, was completely disoriented. My hair dryer was pulled all the way out away from the wall, but was still plugged in. It was turned on high and pointed straight at my bed.
Is that who you call? But she's saying it's grandma. She's the one saying grandma. So it would be great grandma then, if it's her grandma, because she's telling me grandma. She's saying grandma.
Weird. Okay.
So we might have to dive deeper into that another time.
Right. Okay.
But she just keeps saying grandma, and she said you said she's alive at the time, and she goes So
so this is great grandma that did that then.
So it sounds like
trickster like grandpa. Okay. All right.
Oh, they said even saltier grandma.
Right. Saltier ×2 grandma. No.
Yeah, she's saying it's grandma. But don't worry about it. We can talk about it another time.
All right. I respect that.
All right, love. We're out of time, so I will see you back in the room.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye.